This part is about logic, reasoning, and proofs, which are some fancy terms basically meaning how to make a good argument. This is one of the most practical skills you need in life, no matter what you end up doing, because being able to make good arguments is important in all facets of life. So in this first task, you should be able to use inductive reasoning skills to identify patterns and also make conjectures. So let's start with patterns. Can you tell what the next symbol may be in the pattern below? I'll give you a minute to think about it. Of course, you might look down the page and see the answer. So let's see. If you found the red arrow, you were right. Now, why is it the red arrow? What is the pattern here? Well, if you don't see it, notice each step of the way, the arrow is rotating 90 degrees clockwise. And so that's how we end up with this arrow facing up in the fourth step. So that's a basic pattern. And in math, it is important to be able to identify patterns. Patterns are arguably the reason that math was invented in the first place, was a way to formalize and identify patterns. Now in this part, we're going to use something called inductive reasoning while identifying patterns. Inductive reasoning is an approach to logical thinking that involves making conjectures based on specific details. And so we use the information given to us in a pattern to make basically an educated decision of what the next item may be in the pattern. So let's practice these skills. We've got some patterns. Example 1, January, March, May. Hopefully you recognize those as months in the year, but they're not the first 3 months of the year, are they? What's happening? Oh, we're skipping. It goes January, then February, March, April. So then that's the pattern. We're skipping months. So we're going to skip over what comes after May, June. And so then the next in our pattern is going to be July. And you could keep going, of course. September, November, and then back to the start in January. Example 2, 1/2, 3/6, 9/18. So now this is a numerical pattern. And even if you're not super confident with fractions, don't worry. We don't have to worry about the fractions. We just need to worry about what's happening to go from here to here, 1 to 3, and then from 3 to 9, that's consistent. So maybe you recognize it already, but if you multiply 1 by 3, you get 3, and then 3 by 3, you get 9. So then let's keep going. 9 times 3 would be 27. So that's going to be the next numerator. And then what's happening on the denominator? Oh, it's the same thing, isn't it? So 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 3 is 18. And so 18 times 3 may need your calculator, but that's going to be 54. And so that is the next term in the pattern. One trick, if you're not sure what to multiply by to get to the next term, you can always divide by the previous term. So if you do 9 divided by 3, you get 3. So that shows that you're multiplying by 3 to get the next one. Okay, the last one. Now it's a picture, a pattern of pictures. And so hopefully you can recognize that we've got this growing pyramid of dots. And so the first one just has 1, and then we add another one to the bottom and grow vertically, and then we add another one. So then the last one, we're going to have 4 on the bottom, and then 3, 2, and then 1. And so you'd end up with a pyramid of, I think, 10 dots in that case. So those are some basic patterns, and you'll get a chance to practice some more on your own in the practice section.